And there were a few sharp-looking guys getting off the Pelicans team bus earlier on. Their only thought now is coming away with a win on the road. And the game arrival sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Salt Lake City, Utah, fully illuminated tonight as we get a look at our broadcast setting from the skies high above. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Head coach Quinn Snyder is trying to help the Jazz break through in a crowded Western Conference. Snyder said, "There's always challenges, and I'm comfortable with adversity. I just want to keep the right perspective. I've got something that I love to do." And Kevin, he is one of the biggest reasons the Jazz is always a factor.
He is doing a great job. Thank you, DA. We've already seen some great plays from this year's rookie class, and there will surely be more to follow as we move through the month of November. Now let's look at the rookies leading the charge with their play in the Rookie of the Year race. Well, you look at Hayes, not really the start he wanted to have for his NBA career, but the season is young. He can still fight his way, guys, into the conversation.
And it looks like we've got a really special rookie class this year. These are players who have already had a big impact.
Boy, at this point, it looks like it's going to be quite the race for Rookie of the Year. Still very early, but it looks like we've got several worthy candidates.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Ingram in at the 3 spot. And for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Davis is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. Now, here's Mitchell. Conley scanning the floor. That's tipped. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant right before the draft that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
Now, here's Ball. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think, has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to the Suns in Phoenix. Pass to Davis. Mitchell against Holiday. Tipped away. Stolen by Ball. Rebound by Mitchell. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. It's a 3-point game.
Well, to me, it's critical that Mitchell continue to focus on hitting the guys who are open. We know he can score the ball.
Conley against Ball. Pass to Williamson. It's Ingram on the wing. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And that's a quick foul for him there. It looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Outside Conley. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul. Now here's Gobert. 20 points for him last game against Golden State.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
Shot clock at 2.
Love the fact that Ball can use his length to annoy shooters. Make sure whoever he's on doesn't get off a clean shot.
And Davis pulls it down. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Bogdanovich wide open. Utah keeping it alive. A new 14. Conley against Ball. Second chance shot. Another miss by Conley.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Williamson. Wow, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice. Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Mitchell with it. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Passes to Conley from past the arc. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And this pumps the whole team up. Conley's shooting ability brings energy and excitement.
Ball feeling it out a bit. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Chicken wing.
And here's a look at some numbers for Williamson.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Now the pass to Bogdanovich. Took him no time at all on that one.
Well, Bojan Bogdanovich, a very confident basketball player. He knows very well he has the green light to take these shots.
Now here's Ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Ingram, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich. And another name included in that Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Still a lot to like about his game.
Pairs up well with what the Pelicans are trying to do. Perhaps the biggest asset coming over to New Orleans could flourish in this system.
And that one misses.
The second overall pick back in 2016, Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
And he sinks the second. And Greg, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, in that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from 3. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
Now Ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. On the wing, Holiday. Covered by Mitchell. Williamson with it. Davis is on it. And it's Williamson missing.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Boy, Bogdanovich with the distance delivery. How about that effortless shooting motion?
Ball, the pass to Favors. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And one of the best defensive big men in the league, Derek Favors.
You're right, Kevin, because he's got the body to play bully ball, but the lateral quickness to deal with smaller players. When this guy gets down in his stance, he can cover some ground defensively.
For New Orleans, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Doris, early on, every team trying to establish a winning attitude. And now you find out if that can carry through the rigors of an entire regular season.
No doubt, Kevin. I think if you can establish some winning early, that can go a long way toward building momentum, building confidence, especially if you have a young team or if you're a veteran team who has aspirations to be champions. So much at stake early.
A good point. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Ingram passes to Williamson. Davis with some nice D.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Now here is Conley. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
I love that he sacrificed his body over and over. His persistence at getting to the free throw line really paid off for them.
Good on the bucket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Pelicans trail by 8. And here is Ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Here's Conley. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Here's Mitchell. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him. And Utah making a change here. Ingles is checked in. Here's Williamson. 23 points for him the last game against Phoenix. Puts it up from 7. Here's Favors. Rebounded by the Jazz. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Conley with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Conley against Holiday. Here's Bogdanovich. It's rebounded by New Orleans. This their first chance this season playing the Jazz.
And they'll be seeing each other 4 times this year. This is the first meeting, looking for a good start in the series.
I think each team obviously will be looking to dictate the tempo and set the tone early.
Utah leading by 4. Now here's Conley. He's got 6. Mitchell looking it over. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. No good that time. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. And it's Ball in the corner. Back to Holiday. Launches a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Now just a 1-point Jazz lead for the Utah Jazz. They come in off a loss to the Warriors. High post, Davis. Outside Conley. On the wing, Ingles. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Ingram dishes to Williamson. That puts them in the lead. Williamson's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Capable of doing some real damage. Give Williamson the rock in a spot like that, and he is going to burn you.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
And you look at Lonzo Ball, certainly high expectations for this young man. 1 and done at UCLA. How about 2nd overall pick? That's brought some undue pressure.
And the Jazz with some changes. Green, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Exum comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Here's Davis. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Green finds Mudiay. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Utah gets it back. Davis on the follow. And the Jazz lead by 1.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Pass to Moore. Here's Hayes. Ingles covering. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so Green will bring it up for the Jazz. Ray, you talk about the hype for Lonzo Ball and the pressure. Do you think that creates an additional challenge for a young player?
Yeah, he's scuffled at times, but I think the future remains very bright for that young man.
Here's Hart. Ingles covering. Redick is in the corner. And the three off target. Utah's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Ingles kicks to Moutier. Kept alive. Pelicans trail by 3. Redick surveying the D. Okafor up top. Ingles against Moore. Outside, Redick. Hayes with it. He's against Green. Hayes, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Feeds to Moutier. And Okafor with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okafor. Williams-Goss is checked in for Moutier. Here's Williams-Goss, covered by Redick. Williams-Goss misses.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Here's Hart, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Utah leading. 1:57 left in the first. With the teardrop and the wide open shot from Green. Drops in the tray.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
Redick with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Now, here's Exum. Defense is right there. Davis, the pass to Exum. Here's Ingles. Shot clock at 6. Here's Williams-Goss. Buries the 20-footer. And the Jazz lead by 4.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
Here's Hayes. Great tee that time from Green. Utah's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Now, here's Exum. Defense right on him. To the inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Guys, when you think about the Jazz, you are talking about an elite defensive unit. Rudy Gobert in the middle, the defensive player of the year, and the guys around him are committed to the scheme and outstanding individual defenders.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Moore. No points in the game yet for him. Redick with the three. The rebound by Jeff Green. Ingles against Redick. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Jazz lead by 8.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And so it's the Utah Jazz in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. Back right after this. Rudy Gobert talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and you know, people didn't really believe in our team a few years ago. They were kind of, you know, laughing at us. When I say I want to win a championship, people are laughing, but I believe that we're going to win a championship.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking, and Greg, you should be talking about winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, we've got Hayes. J.J. Redick is out there with Hart. Then there's Etuan Moore, and it's Okafor in at the 5 spot. Here's Redick following the three-pointer by Utah. Pass to Moore. New Orleans moving the ball around. Okafor, the pass to Hart. Gobert with the block.
An intimidating force who continues to wipe away shots with ease. Go to work, Rudy Gobert.
Jazz leading by 11. Exum kicks to Ingles. Gobert down low, covered by Okafor. Ingles passes to Green. Clock at 6. Here's Exum, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The 5th overall pick back in 2015, the Jazz with a lot invested in the development of young Dante Exum.
Well, for Exum, his minutes trended downwards over the first 4 seasons of his career. This guy is still young. He's still got a tremendous amount of athleticism. It's time to start to put it together for Dante.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. D.A., thank you. You know, Doris, I know your style of play at Providence was one of aggressiveness, a lot of instinct, a lot of smarts, great skill. But I think you also have an appreciation for the players that are real scrappy on the floor.
What I love, Kevin, are guys who can influence the game without having incredible offensive skill. So a guy like Patrick Beverly, so a little bit undersized, but would you like to have that guy pick you up at 94 feet, be in your grill and in your face like he gives no quarter, he gives no concessions? If he were checking Kevin Harlan, my goodness, you'd have a long night.
That would be a torture chamber. I agree with you. He gets it in there. Ball's got his first basket.
Yeah, I just love seeing it, Ball, put it on the deck, using those long strides to get all the way to the cup.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Williams-Goss, the pass to Gobert. Here's Williams-Goss, covered by Redick. And Okafor with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okafor. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at New Orleans. They reside in the 7th slot right now in the early part of the season. And, of course, the Jazz tied up with them.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they look ready to make all their fans forget about last season's horrible showing. They've already picked up some impressive victories.
Now, here's Exum. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Down low. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
No good on the free throw.
Yeah, impressed with the work ethic of Ball. You can see a desire to want to be great, and he's going to continue to work on improving those weaknesses.
New Orleans making a switch here. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. Williamson comes in for Hayes. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And it's Holiday in for J.J. Redick. Mitchell against Holiday. And there's Favors putting it right back in. Favors got it back down to single digits for the Pelicans.
Well, that's the size of Derek Favors, allowing him to snag these boards. This guy, you've got to keep him off the offensive glass, Kevin.
Ball against Conley. Mitchell outside. That one's off, still out of sync. Pelicans trail by 8. Here's Ball. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, did you see how Ball initiated the contact on that drive? He doesn't shy away from it. Welcomes taking on the defense and finishing.
Here's Mitchell. Following the basket by Lonzo Ball. Mitchell finds Conley. Taken away by Holiday. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And how about the deceptive strength of Ingram, just willing his shots in over the defense.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see him.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
Utah calls timeout. And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Doris, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. The draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical.
And the Jazz making a change here. Moutier is checked in. And Bogdanovich kicks to Moutier. Mitchell passes to Moutier. Shot clock at 6. At the elbow, it's Gobert. Here's Green. Gobert dishes to Green. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Passes it to Mitchell. And here's Gobert. Trying to get something going. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, there's a certain amount of awareness that you're responsible for having when you're Rudy Gobert, and he makes excellent use of his size right there.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, hard time shooting the rock. And
oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
I really like the activity level from Ball. Excels at reading his man and jumping all over him, and great at coming up with those steals.
The pass to Gobert. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Gobert's got 6 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Ball. Here's Williamson. He dishes it to Ball. Ingram against Bogdanovich. Pass to Williamson. Fires for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And there's another turnover by the Jazz. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
And here is Williamson. 6 points for him. Outside Holiday.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Green. Over Holiday. He shoots again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Holiday.
Rudy Gobert has become really excellent at getting deep low post position. The defense has got to foul him when he's that deep.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And Doris, Rudy Gobert has come a long way as a finisher.
No doubt, Kevin. He has led the league in field goal percentage, and they have worked so hard to get his balance and strength correct. This guy is becoming more and more dangerous as a scorer.
And the second free throw, good. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient, because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it. Ingram outside. Here's Williamson. And too long on the shot.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Moutier pass to Gobert. Back to Moutier. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. The Jazz again can't hit it. And here are the Pelicans. They're on a 16-5 run here. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
The Pelicans have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9. Ed Davis is checked in for Utah. And that one falls for Ingram.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
Ball against Moutier. And Gobert kicks to Moutier. Passes it to Mitchell. Lets it go with a three. They get it back.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Ball up top. Defended by Moutier. Ingram. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Knocked away. Stolen by Ball. Pulls it from 20. The rebound by Mitchell.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And although the team didn't have much success last year, Emmanuel Moutier certainly got his career back, I thought, Doris, in the right direction.
Well, I think for Emmanuel, he had an opportunity for minutes, and he played as he needed to in order to show that he is a capable player going forward. The tools, I think, have always been there for the former number 7 pick. It's about starting to put it together consistently.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
New Orleans making a switch here. Moore's checked in.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Holiday, the pass to Ingram. To the wing on the left. Favors with a wide open look. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. Utah leading by 3. The pass to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Moutier, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
Here's Ingram. Gobert with the block. Here's Mitchell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Over to the wing. Now here's Moutier. The jump hook. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And look at it. A significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
And Holiday, here we go. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game. So it's the Jazz now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Moutier dishes to Mitchell. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Favors got 6 rebounds here tonight.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Ingram passes to Williamson. Back to Ingram. 5 on the clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. It's such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Now, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Boy, you gotta love the determination there. He got good position and didn't take any chances. Finished right at the rim.
And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the Jazz. They lead by 4. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And Redick kicks to Moore. Okafor inside. Davis is on it. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Ed Davis. The Pelicans have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far. The first free throw is good. Williams-Goss is checked in for Utah. And New Orleans also making a change. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. Both free throws good for Okafor. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Williams-Goss. He has 7. Here's Ingles. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Doris, you look at Joe Ingles. He's quietly become one of the better small forwards in the NBA.
And he is the prototypical don't judge a book by its cover, because they call him slow-mo Joe or average Joe. But dig a little bit deeper. This guy is a quality playmaker and a knockdown shooter.
And one of those glue guys, Joe Ingles. Doris, talk about what he's brought to the table.
No, he brings so much to the table. Joe is an excellent shooter and passer. Mentally, he's got a great IQ. He's a leader, a communicator. And I'll say this to you, on the defensive end, they typically give him a very tough guard. You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
34 seconds left here in the second.
Pick up the pace, get the 2-for-1 here.
Well, you want efficiency and quality shots in this situation.
Moore right side. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Moore's got 4 points in the quarter.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now, here's Exum, covered by Redick. Exum dishes to Davis. Here's Williams-Goss. Can't get it to fall. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Utah out in front, up by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor. So they're running out in transition.
Got to beat them to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us on the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Means the world, doesn't it?
Miss you.
Yeah.
So big.
Ed Davis brought his A game early tonight. He had 12 points and 11 rebounds. And Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave him a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Rudy Gobert is out there with Davis, and it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. Ball, the pass to Favors, and a slam dunk by Favors.
If Derek Favors gets deep post position, it's over. He's going to leave no doubt on the flush.
Utah has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Pass to Mitchell. Outside Conley. Feeds to Davis. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful.
Oh, wow.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Mitchell against Ball. Another miss by Utah.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Ed Davis.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shoot 2.
That free throw good from Holiday. One is no good. Jazz trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Ingram. Gobert with the block, and he recovers it.
The knowledge that Ingram possesses, well aware that the D is going to hack him in these situations. And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley, he never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Ingram. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. For Utah, they've gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. The offensive rebound, Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 15 rebounds. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And Greg, you talked to Conley. He'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
High post, Davis. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Gobert. Great D that time from Favors. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Williamson kicks to Favors. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's foul number 2 for him. Utah trailing here. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Conley finds Mitchell. Knocked loose. Here's Gobert. That one misses. Great D that time from Favors. Ball dishes to Williamson. Basket counts. Williamson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Pelicans.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Holiday against Mitchell. Six on the shot clock. Here's Conley. Drills the elbow jumper. Conley's got 8.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Here's Ball. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, and Ball's size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Ball.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
Jeff Green is checked in for Davis. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
Stolen by Ball.
And how about the stingy defense there to deny that pass?
And the dunk by Williamson.
Second chance opportunities. Williamson explosive into the air with the touch and concentration to finish.
Conley against Ball. Gobert with it. 11 points in the game. 5 to shoot. Back to Mitchell. Poke loose. Fires the 3. No good on that one. And New Orleans will come the other way. Williamson, the pass to Favors. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Well, Derek Favors is a polished scorer, and it matters not whether he's in the post or in the mid-range. This guy can fill it up.
Jazz trail by 8. Outside Conley. shoots from 12, and he hits the jump shot. Conley's got 4 points this quarter. For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Pass to Holiday. Back to Ball. From 11 feet away. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. Again, the Pelicans score.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Mitchell outside to the middle. Green against Holiday. Offensive rebound. Gobert the pass to Green. Favors with the ball. Now Green defending. Here's Williamson. Oh.
And what you love about Williamson, he's not just magnetic and entertaining. He's extremely productive.
Here is Conley. 10 points for him. Inside. Here's Green. Pelicans with the rebound. Favors got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And the Jazz call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
For the Jazz, Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Green. Exum comes in for Bogdanovich. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mitchell. The Pelicans also changing it up. Okafor's checked in for Favors. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Ball against Conley. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. And they'll keep possession. Here's Mudiay. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Pelicans leading by 12. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. The Pelicans shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Here's Hart. Now Conley. 10 points for him. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him. Doris, isn't it interesting that we're seeing some teams with more three-point attempts than two-point attempts?
It's incredible, Kevin, that every year over the last decade you see more three-point attempts across all 30 NBA teams. And think about the Houston Rockets. In each of the last 2 years, the Rockets have actually taken more threes than twos. This is the evolution of the game. It is not going anywhere. There's 2 high-valued shots in the league. Restricted area twos, that means point-blank opportunities at the rim, and three-point shots. And everything else in between seems to be getting lost.
Yeah, and ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
And you could see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Passes it to Hart. All alone. Utah with the rebound. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Ball. By himself. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Exum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I think Dante Exum has got to concentrate and becoming a better shooter. He's got a ton of raw talent, and the upside is tremendous, Kevin.
And the first one drops. The Jazz making a switch here. Davis is checked in. No good on the second free throw.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Ball against Moutier. Gobert with the block. To the paint. Davis down low, goes back up, makes it off the glass. Davis has got 18 points in the game.
And you can see the second chance points now starting to be a major factor.
And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it clean. That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Redick with the bucket.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Ball. How last month turned out for him. 4th in assists, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. And there's the pass to Hart. It's stolen by Gobert. Here we go, one-on-one. Moutier with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Pass to Okafor. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. He's got 6.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Ball against Moutier. And Gobert kicks to Moutier. Pass to Ingles. Back to Moutier. Shot clock at 5. To the left side wing. Fires from the corner. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
How about the splendid concentration from the Frenchman? Rudy Gobert, excellent at converting while getting hit.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Hayes comes in for Williamson. And Moore subbed in for Lonzo Ball. A free throw drops for Gobert.
Well, we all know that free throw shooting early in his career was a major challenge for Rudy Gobert. What I like is he's made progress because he's put in the time.
Moore outside, lets it go from deep. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 16th rebound on the night.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
And Okafor with the block.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing, Greg. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Ooh. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Well, to me, there's no question it's critical that Emmanuel Mudiay make this shot more consistently, showing some signs of progress in the mid-range, guys.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pelicans lead by 10. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Boy, GA, how about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Okafor out there with Hayes. Then there's Etuan Moore. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Hart in at the 2-guard.
Now, Gobert has settled in his ability to get to the free throw line. I'll tell you, he is excellent at getting physical with the defense and drawing contact.
First free throw is good. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And not just a long-range gunner, but Etuan Moore also blessed, Greg, one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane, and makes them more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
Pass to Hart. Okafor with the ball. Fades and shoots. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Ingles against Moore. Fader on the way. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Mitchell, he's checked in for Exum. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Ingram's checked in. Here's Redick. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Inside, here's Okafor, and then Okafor slams it in.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Jazz trail by 9. Mudiay passes to Davis. Back to Mudiay. With the floater, it's deflected. And here comes Moore, leading the fast break. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And it's an 11-point Pelican lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And so it's Mudiay with it. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz.
Come to me.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Oh, my, he really needs to be careful now. That was his 5th foul of the night.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Utah. Conley now comes in for Emmanuel Mudiay. The Pelicans also changing it up. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor, and it's Holiday in for Moore.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there.
It's good, and the New Orleans leaders cut down to 9 in the bucket for Mitchell.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Ingram. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Ed Davis.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Williamson is checked in for New Orleans. Both free throws good for Ingram. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Mitchell against Holiday. Outside, Bogdanovich. The pass to Conley. Clock at 6. Outside, Bogdanovich. From outside, off the mark. New Orleans leading by 11. And Redick, here we go. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And perimeter shooting never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Redick. And in today's game, if you don't have floor spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity, the ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Redick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
And both free throws good for Redick.
And throughout his career, Redick has proven to be very consistent, an effective two-way player who gives it his all.
Pass to Gobert. Mitchell outside. Pass to Conley. Three-pointer. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 mates.
Fantastic at capitalizing from those spots. Conley has a dynamite-looking jump shot.
Conley against Redick. Ingram right side. From deep. And there's Redick. That's good on the assist from Ingram. 9 points for J.J. Redick.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Gobert dishes to Conley. Bogdanovich against Ingram. Outside Conley. Great D that time from Redick.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
And at 6'9", Ingram is constantly on the prowl for these dunks. An incredible athlete who just finishes with ease near the hoop.
And here is Conley. Guys, their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
Mitchell passes to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Outside Holiday. Williamson with it. Davis is there. Shoots from 8. And that one is off. And it's Utah the other way. Here's Bogdanovich. Pelicans pull it in. Williamson's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Ingram right side. Gobert brings the double team. That one goes in.
Not much else the D can do besides get a hand up. I mean, Ingram is just one of those guys who makes contested shots consistently.
Jazz trail by 15. Mitchell outside. There's the dish to Bogdanovich. A baseline J. Pelicans with the rebound. Favors got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Williamson, the pass to Ingram. That one a little long, and it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Lonzo Ball, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Down by 15. Out to Conley. Stolen by Ball. 3-on-3. And it's blocked by Conley.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
They get it again. Here's Bogdanovich. It's deflected.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
Jazz trail by 17. Utah calls timeout.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Lonzo Ball.
And this game has been a showcase for his exceptional court vision. All night long, he's been seeing plays develop way before anyone else and never missed a chance to find the open man. It's been teamwork and ball movement at its finest.
After 2 straight losses, they switched it up a bit tonight, giving him a much bigger role, and it's worked out even better than they could have hoped for. Favors against Gobert. The shot by Redick, no good. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Jazz now. Jazz trail by 17. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
What area of the floor can't Donovan Mitchell score from? This guy, terrific job on the interior.
Redick passes to Favors. The feed now to Williamson. Knocks down the 10-footer. Williamson's got 16 here in the second half.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Utah's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Passes it to Gobert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
And the first one drops. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Utah. That one misses. Pelicans leading by 16. Ingram outside. And the pass to Favors. It's not going to go for him. Davis with some nice D. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I'll tell you, this guy recognizes when driving lanes are available. Joe Ingles waits until it opens and then seizes the opportunity.
Ball kicks to Redick. A fresh 14 for New Orleans. Down low. And Ball slams it in.
Ball finishes with power. Not just going for the layup. Solid at throwing it down deep inside.
Jazz trail by 16. Outside, Davis. Back to Conley. Pelicans with the rebound.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Here's Redick. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Conley's shot is off.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Williamson dishes to Ingram. And the three ball is good. Ingram's got 10 points here in the second half.
No stopping Ingram when he's in a rhythm like this, especially when he gets a pass in a spot he loves to pull from.
Pass to Mitchell. Back to Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Conley against Ball. Williamson, the pass to Favors. Conley with a wide open look. They get it back. Here's Davis. And at last, they get one to fall. Davis has got 22.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Pass to Ingles. Dishes it to Davis. 1:19 left to play in the final quarter. On the wing, Mitchell. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got rebound number 13 with that last one.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pelicans.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Lonzo Ball.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Passes it to Favors. Gets Ingram atop the key. 6 on the shot clock. Redick finds Ball over Conley. Rebound, Utah. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalil, we all know you can score. The defensive end has been the challenge. How did you take that step forward tonight?
My teammates challenge me, the coaches challenge me to get better every night, so I can score, but they want to see improvements on the defensive end.
And you took that step forward tonight, Jalil. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.